say yes one more time, and I'm sorry. Hi everyone, this is Triple T, and today I'm taking a look at TransArt's BWM-06 Metal T.Rex from the Metal Jungle series. And that is, of course, Transmetal Megatron. It looks so cool. The box has a very nice illustration on the front, as you can see, but that is about it. You have some silhouettes on the back, and you have to turn it over. But there you have that. That is probably him. Yeah. He comes with a lot of accessories. First of all, these gloves. They are way too small for me. I could probably stretch them out, but I will just have to wipe him off afterwards. I mean, with a cloth. Yeah. He comes with this little blast effect that should be able to be put in there, and it is, but his arm isn't strong enough to hold it up, so... yeah. The only place where he isn't ratcheted is this joint. But that doesn't affect my opinion of him. He's awesome. Still looking very nice. A little metal thingy you can put in there. He comes with the tail for the alt mode. And you can just pick these apart because they are on ball pegs. They do stay together very nicely, and he can just clamp on things with this as well, just as he can with that. Both of them are actually rotatable all the way around, if I don't do that too much, of course, because then they tend to pop off, but they just pop on again, so yeah. And they are both very well made. He comes with two alternate heads. This one is the original face. And that one is just, yeah, I don't know. I changed that so I have the angry one there because he looks so good with that. Yes. David K., you have forever ruined my yes and no. Yeah. And to change the faces out, you just take the head apart and you push the face backwards and just change it out. But this is the one I've chosen to have on, and I mean, look at this. Look at the detailing. It's so good. So yeah, that stays on. He comes with this little laser disc spinning thingy, and I am told this is supposed to look like it's spinning. To me, it just looks like a weapon. Where you can change his hand out for this one. Yep. He also comes with 4 missile launchers for his fingers in alt mode. You can change these out if you just want talons for him, but I do like those fingies better. But they are molded in this beautiful, shining grey plastic. It does come with printed things. So the first one is a beautiful card, very good card, I think. Firepower, strength, speed, intelligence. Yes. Yes, I'm going to say that a lot of this review. And English instructions. Well, I have to trust them on that one because I didn't look. And, of course, those little stickers for those eyes. You have stickers for those eyes, and the dino head back here. So, yeah. That is really nice. I'm not going to use them, but still. Now, before we take a look at him, we're going to take a look at this little tail, because we're going to look at him without it. And reattaching this is not fun. It looks good when it's on, but as you can see, as soon as this little thing comes on, it just goes south. But he can hold it somewhat. But as you can see, it's very heavy and very long. You can get it to pose, but, well, this is just not usable to me. And I don't know if it's my copy or if it's every copy, but I've heard that people had that issue with theirs as well. So, well. And to get this off, you have some little tabs in here that you are supposed to unleash. You can see here that they, yeah, And you can actually fold them out so they stay out. It stays when it's on, but getting there isn't easy. It isn't boring or tedious or something like that. But let's look at this, shall we? This is very nicely painted. I think these two pieces are painted and this is just silvery plastic. But these definitely are painted because I scratched some on the inside there. You don't really see it, so I don't mind. And these jaws of death looks very, 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 very good. And you can see the difference there. Now, I understand that they needed to make a lighter one for the arm since they didn't ratchet the up and down movement of that arm. But still, I would have liked to have this on instead. And this just has these little clamps for the, the tail attachment. And just as this one, this is spring-loaded, so you can actually, I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. Now we come to this beautiful, beautiful bot. And let's start with that face. It's like he took a step out of the cartoon and just onto my set. This is one of the best renditions of a cartoon-accurate face I've ever seen. This is so good, I'm flabbergasted. And the paint on this one, I mean, look at that chest and the detailing everywhere. And I thought this was going to be flimsy, but it's not. It's sturdy. It sounds flimsy, but it really isn't, trust me. Really, really nice looking. The only thing I complain about is the thighs, because they just look cheap. They aren't, but they do look it. Here we come to the legs or calves. And I mean, you have some nice detailing here. And you have some beautiful paint here. And you can actually really rotate these feet about. So, yeah, very, very nice indeed. I'm going to talk more about those later on, hopefully, if I remember. This is a backpack, and it's a cartoon-accurate backpack. These can actually rotate. And this is where you actually need that little glove set they sent with you, because this is a fingerprint magnet, and I bet you can just see me through that. I mean, look at this paint. It's almost reflective. This is just... I'm going to say it. It's sublime. Okay, let's get into the articulation. And it comes all the way around, a bit hindered by the little thing here, edge or whatever. You can look up and down. You can fold up the little plate here that hides the face away, but you don't have to. These arms we'll talk more about in alt mode. You can fold these out and these out as well, so you can really have him swaying backwards. But I'm going to have them tabbed in like that. You can get that out of the way. And this is ratcheted, of course, but this isn't, which is such a shame. I would rather that this be ratcheted. Well, you know what I mean. You have a bicep swivel. You do have a double jointed. Well, it's not really double jointed, but it looks double jointed. Elbow here. So that looks really, really nice. Gives you the full range. And the fingies are where you really feel the age of this toy. It is good, but still old. You have some hinges on the thumb there. You have one hinge here on these three fingers and one there, so you can actually just fold it over. And this little pointing finger can actually point. And this is where you actually detach the hands if you want to put that little thingamajig on, but I'm not going to test the fate of this. So, yeah. Okay. He has ab rotation, sorry. He does have an ab crunch, and it is actually really well done here. You can see the eyes in there. So he can look down on Primal or Cheetor or maybe even Ratbat? No, not Ratbat. Rat Boy? Rat. Ah, never mind. You know who I mean. Okay. Let's get these out. You can fold it forward, you can fold it backwards, you can get it all the way out for the full splits. You have a thigh rotation. You unfortunately just have 90 degrees there. You can squeak the foot a bit up and down, so you can have any poses you want. And if you want to, you can fold down these, and he can just skate around like he did in the cartoon on his two... yeah, like his two skates. You should have them fairly... yeah, as you can see, he does skate well. Now he's a bit back heavy. Come on, Megatron. Yes, I can skate. Okay, fold that back up. It works, and it works in dyno mode as well, so that's kind of nice. Come on, come on. There are so much on him that you can actually fold and bend and stuff like that. That's fun, but it's also, well, a chore, to be quite frank. Now, we already took a look at the accessories for him, so we are going into... come on. We're going into comparison, and the only one I can think of that I want to compare him with is Gigapower's Grimlock. And, I mean, they are the same creature, more or less. I'm not going to transform him for alt mode. I'm sorry. I'm scared that he won't stay together for that one. But still, he is taller than Megatron, which I think he should be, because I remember Megatron being scared of the Dinobots. Well, not scared, but, well, you know, mindfully respecting them. And they both have those little wing pieces here, so everyone has their kibble. I do love this one, though. I was contemplating buying a Fans Toys grinder, but I'm not going to do that, because this is just too good. I have to glue that little shoulder piece on, but still, he is my little Grimmy Poo. So, well, he is about 9 inches tall, 9.5. So he is still a pretty large bot. This is just humongous. This is like a modern-day Hasbro Combiner size. I think my Menosaur is about that size. But, well, there you have it. And here you have him in his alt mode, and it's a fairly easy transformation. You just have to do things in a specific order, and then see to it that things stay where they are until you connect the tail, because that is what solidifies everything. Yeah. But look at this beauty of a bot. Look at him. You can probably see me there as well in the reflections. You have these little claws, and as I said before, you can change these claws out for these. I don't want that. These are more like rocket launchers in robot mode, so yeah. His little hippie poos. And of course, you can fold them out so he can fly, or however you want to do that. These are rotatable. And we come back to the beautiful tail. It is a bit of a chore to pose this, because every hinge is... well, let's just say it has a mind of its own. And you have a big, gaping murder claw back here, if you want to utilize that very nicely indeed. You have the same range of articulation on these legs, like you did before. You can, of course, hinge them a bit more dinosaur-y. So he actually looks dinosaurish, or whatever you want to call him. He does tilt a bit, but I can just push his feet down, and now he's stable. Very, very nice indeed. And you can, of course, rotate the feet as we did before. What's new is this beautiful face, because you can... Look at those teeth, though. You can open this up, and you have a... I'm just flabbergasted by this look. You can move the tongue and the jaw, and the teeth will bite you if you close it on him. So, ow, that did actually hurt. Now, I know there are supposed to be batteries in this. I haven't checked if I have any battery compartment, but since the eyes are painted, I just... Well, I don't think there is anything here to actually light up. And you can, of course, make him move his little head, go from side to side, and rotate on that little hinge that we put under here. So, I love this so much. He has so much playability and posability, and those little sweet arms. I forgot to show you how those move. They come out to the side, and they can go all the way around. And these little clawy things are individually articulated, so he can actually grab things, which is nice. Let's see if I have something he can grab. Yeah, and he holds it for dear life. So that is very, very nice. Now, I don't want to have him in bot mode. I like this so much. Let's get you down a bit so you can actually see the height of him, because he is a beauty. I'm going to stop shaking my camera any second now. So good. He looks so good. Don't you look good? Yes. No, that was Grimlock. Okay, sorry. For comparison, I'm not going to transform my Dinobots because I'm scared that they will break. And I don't want to transform my Kang Toys bots because I'm afraid I will break. I'm just going to get MPP-10 to stand in for this. And this is the oversized version of MP10. So this is quite the large bot and quite the large truck. And I mean, if he stands up and you scooch out the legs, he will be way taller than Megatron. But as is, he looks like a little truck running away from the big menacing dinosaur that's pummeling down on him. Now for my conclusion. I do like this bot very much. It's the best rendition of Transmetal Megatron we'll probably ever get. TransArt said they stopped making bots because they were bullied by other companies, and that is just really sad because they do good things. And I would have liked to see more of these bots, to be quite frank. Robot Toys probably bought all the rights to their molds, and I hope they do re-release them so I can actually buy them, because this is so good. I mean, this is a cool pose with both knees bent and stuff like that. I don't know if you see that, but still. He holds his own very, very nicely. I went into this with a fairly open mind. I thought the quality was going to be crap, and it really, really wasn't. There are some things, some parts that feel a bit cheap, or look, at least, like the thighs and so on. But they still do their part, and everything works. And when you have transformed it with the tail, everything is solid. And I'm just happy with him. For his Masterpiece score, he's going to get an 8. And that is fairly high. I wasn't expecting to give a Beast Wars figure such a high grade. But the paint, the articulation, the detailing, everything just makes this a very, very good bot indeed. So I'm really happy, and this is a recommendation if you can get a hold of him and like Beast Wars Transmetals, of course. But I guess that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care.